Stapleton started out in 1951 packaging prunes for the government, and from that day forward in San Jose, they continued the business and became a very large prune packer and prune juice manufacturer. I've been involved in manufacturing since 1964 with the install of the Chico San rice cake business in Chico. When I graduated Chico High School, I started working at Chico San and never stopped.
Manufacturing is foreign to me. I am learning as I go. The experience has been amazing. I'm actually an anthropology major in cultural anthropology. I found my way here just from moving and relocating, and I landed in a perfect place where I could still use my knowledge of dealing with or learning about people from all walks of life and bringing that here, working with different customers and different employees on the floor, so it's been really great.
My career path was in business from day one. So when I actually went to Butte College for my 2 years, I went in as a business major and graduated that hoping to take over the Chico San rice cake business. Unfortunately, the parents decided to sell the company, and then I became an employee of H.J. Heinz, which built this building that we're standing in front of right now. Been here for a long time.
I've worked here since 2014, so 5, 6, 7 years, somewhere around there. I got started in manufacturing through a temp agency. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to do exactly, and I didn't have any kind of a specific background in one thing or another, just kind of all around. So I started with a temp agency, and they said, well, how'd you like to try it out at Stapleton's? And I said, sure, why not, you know? And they started me on a basic job, and within the company I had, a few opportunities to learn different roles, and they were down at QC, and they said, you want to come try out the QC lab? And I said, sure, why not? And so I came in, and it was kind of a natural fit. I fell right into it, and I've been learning a lot of stuff here.
I would tell someone that doesn't know what they want to do to seek and just try new different things, you might not know what you want to do in life, but you just got to take opportunities, and life will, you'll find out what you want to do with life, with time. I'm in charge of a whole line. So I have to turn on all my machines, my conveyors, make sure that the line is running safely and properly, and help out any employee that's in need. And that's pretty much what my day. And if any machine breaks down, try to attend to it as best as I could.
Yeah, it is kind of amazing that you'd be surprised if you just walk into a place and say, listen, I'm looking for a position or a job and I can do this. And you'll be surprised that we have a hard time finding good, reliable people who want a job. I've seen people start on the line doing menial jobs, going all the way into the office position, QC position. I mean, it's amazing what they can do. People who have never turned a wrench before became a mechanic. So there are a lot of opportunities here. Well, that's pretty much everybody that's in high school, right? Not knowing what they want to be. I wanted to be an architect until I found out I had to spend 7 years as a grunt behind a desk and not making any money, so I decided forget about it, and I jumped into the business part of it. And that's what happened to me. So you'll never know what you're going to do until you get there.
My start at Stapleton-Spence was triggered by my graduation from Chico State and deciding that after 14 years in restaurant management, I wanted to try something new. So I got into contact with the CEO here and had asked if there were any opportunities available. And so he brought me in as a management trainee. By going into the first 2 departments and dealing a little bit with the purchasing and with the accounting side of it, we realized that the software was an area that had been untouched and was just this beautiful playground that needed someone to maintain it. And so I kind of fell into the position of software initially, and then that ultimately developed into an administrative capacity, because not only was it taking the software and following through with the implementation that had been kind of set aside, but working with the individuals to train them better in their positions and then to develop it and marry that together with the software.
So I think having a good eye for detail, keen eye for detail helps a lot, you know, and a little bit of basic math skills never hurts, and you know, just a willingness to pay attention to every little detail. You know, it's a lot of mental work sometimes, working in a laboratory more than the physical side, and so, you know, sometimes I'm just exhausted mentally anyway. So what I would tell a high school student who's interested in a career path in manufacturing is seek out, you know, your local temp agencies, or go right to the factories themselves and kind of ask and see what you could apply for. There's a lot of good starting types of jobs at these places where they can get you in and kind of get you fit for somewhere you'd like to check out.
I did not know in high school that I wanted to be in manufacturing. I did not know what I wanted to do. So it's just something that just popped up in my life, I guess. Favorite part about doing this test is that it keeps me very occupied, and it's very challenging at sometimes, and it helps me. I use my brain a lot. If you see something, if you drive by and you see a warehouse, just go check it out. You know, ask for a tour. You know, if anything seems interesting, and just take a look at it, do a little research on it.
I have been in the automotive industry most of all my life. I've been a mechanic, a technician if you want to call it. I've worked on boats for 10 years as a mechanic. I taught high school automotive for 3 years. I also taught collision repair and automotive classes for 14 years at Yuba Community College. How I got here was a very good friend of mine, who was our general manager that you just interviewed, needed somebody here for the facility to be able to help out with the maintenance or direct it. And I didn't know much about, you know, a facility, but my background is maintenance, nuts and bolts as we call it. And so he asked me to come in and come to the company, help them out, and start getting, you know, working with the mechanics and trying to get everything fixed in here. So that's how I got to being into manufacturing. There are all kinds of opportunities, and it just doesn't, you know, you look out back here into the production plant, we have all kinds of conveyors, we've got packers, we've got steam, we've got boilers that are over there that are huge, that are $1.5 million a piece, you know. There's all kinds of areas in the manufacturing industry. It really is like the automotive industry, that is just, you're not going to be pigeonholed as a technician just working or changing tires or changing brakes. There's so many things that you can get into in manufacturing. You can get into robots. You can do all kinds of things. So for someone to start out, I would say they need to have some mechanical inclination to them, a desire, a real curiosity in their brain to be able to go, how does this thing work? How do I fix it? I want to know everything about it. So manufacturing, I think, is a great industry, and there's just tons of it around different types of manufacturing programs. Good mechanics and good trainees are in high demand. There's lots of work going on, and right now especially because we are in harvest. And so there's all different types of manufacturing facilities out here that need these technicians to be working for. You get yourself trained in this industry, you spend some time at a shop and really learn your craft, you can go anywhere that you want and find a job because you have the skills.
There's many different positions here at Stapleton-Spence Packing Company. It's really great no matter if you have an education or not. We have folks that work on the line, we have folks that work on the equipment, and all the way up to, we have our batching operators who mix our juices on a daily basis. And then we of course have our full front staff who works in managing the customers and working with our vendors, bringing in different products and materials, and everything from accounting to taking out the trash. There's room in between for a variety of different positions, and I love that about this company.
sometimes the answer has been sitting there in front of you at home this whole time, and you get to be part of this niche inside of your home that you think, I have to go to UCLA to find out that I'm going to make millions and I'm going to invent this big creation, when you could do it better in your home environment because you're more familiar with the territory. You just have to go and borrow that concept, bring it on back, and then grow it in your own home.
Keep going. Even if it seems like you maybe are hitting a rut in what you want to do. Take me, for example. I am in a completely different field than what I thought I would be doing, but I have found a place that I have found my niche and a place that I love to work and with people I love to work with. So keep going. There's something out there for you.